I've never been the kind of person who looks like they're struggling on the surface. I've always been the guy cracking jokes in meetings, the one who says I'm good when asked how I am, the one whose laugh gets the loudest response in a crowded room. I told people I loved public speaking, that I thrived in group discussions, that I was calm under pressure. But behind that mask, anxiety had been quietly eating away at me for years, like a secret hospital stay I never admitted to anyone. From the outside, it looked like I was thriving, good job, social circle, seemingly well-adjusted life. But I spent half my free time Googling how to fake confidence, reading articles about pseudoprogression, and practicing deep breathing exercises in the bathroom before every interaction that made me nervous. It started in college. During my first debate competition, I remember standing on the stage, heart pounding so loud I thought it would echo out of my chest, hands shaking so badly I almost dropped my notes. I told myself it was normal adrenaline, but the next day, I got sick. I didn't speak to anyone for days. By the time I graduated with honors, not because I felt smart, but because I survived the anxiety, had found new targets, job interviews, team presentations, even casual group hangouts. I can't remember the last time I threw a genuinely surprised or heartfelt laugh. Every laugh was curated, measured, to fit the role. I trained myself to say the right things, nod at the right times, share the kind of small talk that looks normal. I became fluent at pretending, but pretending takes energy. And the lies I told myself got louder. If they knew the truth, they'd think I'm weak. This is who I am, deal with it. Or worst of all, you're broken. As I settled into my first corporate job, the anxiety came disguised as perfectionism. I reviewed emails 5 times before hitting send. I stayed late to rehearse presentations I was already comfortable with. I triple-checked reports so no one could find something wrong. When I got the promotion, I called it a win. But inside, it felt like winning a race by falling over the finish line. I held it all in. I swallowed the panic behind the closed door. I adapted. As time passed, the anxiety started showing up in unexpected ways. Canceled plans, chronic stomach aches, panic attacks at 3 a.m. I'd wake up drenched in sweat, heart racing, simply fearing the day waiting for me. I'd take 5 showers in an hour just to feel calm. One time, I stood in the elevator and stared at my reflection for a full minute, willing myself not to pass out in front of strangers. Work became a minefield. Every Slack ping, every meeting invite would trigger a thrum of panic, even if I knew I'd handle it once I spoke up. So I avoided. I called in sick, claimed migraines, picked remote days more than anyone else. My therapist told me avoidance reinforced the anxiety. But when your brain treats every stretch management meeting as a potential threat, it's hard to step back inside. I started to dread visibility. I deferred speaking, declining team presentations I'd interviewed for months to get, and people noticed. My manager asked if everything was okay, but I said just tired and changed the subject. My partner looked at me with gentle concern, but I told them I was fine. And I believed it because believing was easier than admitting the truth. But the pressure kept building. Fast forward to the quarterly all-hands presentation, 30 rows of people, cameras rolling, leadership watching. I rehearsed for weeks, always perfectly, always in private. But when I stepped onto that stage, my heart broke from the inside. My vision blurred, my tongue tangled, my posture sagged. No PowerPoint, no slide deck, just me, frozen in front of a live audience. My throat closed, and I couldn't say a word. The host stepped in, ended my presentation. The room shifted in awkward sympathy, and I thanked them silently as I walked off stage. They called it a breakdown. I called it liberation, because something psychotic quiet inside me finally burst open. I couldn't hide anymore. I couldn't fix it or fold it into a joke. I was raw. I checked out early that day. I deleted my calendar, booked 3 therapy sessions, and texted work, need some time to focus on my mental health. It felt like the bravest move in my life. I sat at home that weekend, not scrolling, not pretending. I cooked food I liked. I sent a text to my partner, I'm scared, but I want help. And they held me. They didn't judge, they listened. My manager was kind. HR offered flexibility. My closest friend texted, I've got your back. The mask came off, and the world kept turning. It hasn't been easy. I still get anxious, the jitters, the cold sweats, the exhaustion. But now, I tell people it's anxiety. I send the therapist I'll need. I take the breathing breaks, the pauses, the I'm not ready days. And each time, I feel the freedom of answering honestly to myself. I'm learning that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the realest form of connection. And even if I never liked public speaking, I know now that the bigger win is not making them laugh. It's feeling like I can just show up,